Hello everybody. On today's video, I'm going to provide you with some information about what to expect when using a mobility scooter at Walt Disney World. I'll give you some helpful information about navigating the parks, such as planning your route, potential obstacles such as uneven surfaces, and also being mindful of your speed as you follow the crowds around the theme parks. I'll show you a few restroom locations designed for mobility devices located throughout Hollywood Studios, and even a few charging locations for your battery-powered device. So, come along for the ride.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
If you're going to Hollywood Studios, one option you have is you can park over at Epcot and then ride the Skyliner over. And that's what we're going to do today. And it's really convenient even if you have a mobility scooter.
Okay, we're going to unload the scooter. That's the game plan. And put that together. That takes a little bit of time, so always allow yourself some time too if you're renting a scooter and you come here. Give yourself a little bit of time to get that thing put together. They're easy to put together, but it's just time consuming. We don't film security. They don't allow you to film security, but they will ask you if you can get up from your scooter and walk through the metal detector. Best thing to do is just say yes if you can. Just get up, and they'll give you time to get up if you need time. Go walk through the metal detector, get back on your scooter. They're very accommodating to people in ECVs, mobility scooters, wheelchairs, etc. They're very, very accommodating, very patient with you. So if you feel you need to rent or if you use one of those regularly. Okay, so we're all loaded up, ready to head in. The scooter is put together. This is just some things right here. Got a little water bottle, camera, got a little case right there. Got my phone holder. There's a little holder for the action camera. And you can hang one of these from your tiller, the little organizer. Keep your wallet in here and all that. This is all handy stuff to have. It just basically attaches right up here. Doesn't leave any mark. If you're in a rental scooter, you could just attach these with Velcro, so you're not going to have to mount anything, and not going to have to worry about damaging a scooter, returning a scooter with any damage on it. So, get yourself set up. If you're going to be on one of these, get yourself all set up. Got a little drink holder, and you should be all set for the day. So we're through security now. We are just about to head in. It's a two-step process. You go through security. If you're in the scooter, they'll ask you if you can stand up again, like I just mentioned, and you walk through the little metal detector, get back on, off you go. So then the next step is you scan yourself in through the ticket area where they actually accept the ticket, which is the annual passes or your Magic Band or whatever you have, or your app on your phone, if that's where your tickets are. And then you're in the park. We will see you as we're traveling over on the Skyliner. Look at the line for Spaceship Earth. It's probably, you're looking at pretty much an hour wait. We didn't see what the time says, but pretty good wait. So we're here pretty early today. It's barely 10 o'clock, and it's getting busy and it's getting hot. Now, as you work your way through Epcot, or any of the parks for that matter, on your scooter, try to keep your speed, adjust your speed. That's the important thing. Adjust it to pretty much walking speed, so you kind of go on the same speed as everybody else. You don't want to go blasting through the crowd. Kind of aggravates people a little bit. So you just want to just move with the flow of the traffic and not get anybody aggravated. Here is the new commuter call hall that just recently opened. It's a perfect air-conditioned spot. And in fact, let's just cut through there real quick. I want to show there should be some charging ports where you can plug in. If you're on a mobility scooter and you need to plug in, charge up your batteries a little bit, this is the place to do it. Or if you're getting some rain, this is also the place to seek some shelter. You don't want to get your scooter wet. Rose and Crown not even open yet. And there is the UK. And then just past the UK up here on the right is the entrance, or exit, I should say, down to the Skyliner. Alright, there's a separate walkway back here. When you come through, they'll open up the gate for you, and this is for ECVs or assistance vehicles, mobility devices. They'll take care of you when you get up front. There's a separate line if you're using an ECV or a scooter. Hi. Alright. Thank you. And we're off now on the Skyliner. In that direction right there is the Boardwalk Hotel. Straight ahead is France.
Welcome aboard the Disney Skyliner at
And that
Epcot
is the entrance to
International
Epcot,
Gateway.
World Gateway.
We're flying to Disney's Riviera Resort with a final stop at Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort. We hope you enjoyed your visit to Epcot and World Showcase evening.
And you see Tower of Terror right there. It shows you how close Epcot really is to Hollywood Studios. But it's just a little bit of a trip because we're going to go down to the end here and we go to the left. And it takes you over to Caribbean Beach and Pop Century and all that. As hot as it is today, the air gets moving pretty good in here. You would think you would be really hot because it's kind of all glass enclosed, but the air moves. I hate to see what happens if you stop moving. It'd probably heat up real quick, but when you're moving along, it feels really good.
In just a few moments, we will be landing at Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort.
Now when you get to this station right here, which is the Caribbean Beach Resort, you have to get off here. So you'll get off the Skyliner, which is right up here, and then this is basically a hub. And if you get on another Skyliner, that'll take you to Pop Century, or if you get on this middle Skyliner, that'll take you right over to Hollywood Studios and your trip is over. So that's where we just got off of, all right? And you see the sign, Riviera and Epcot. That Skyliner is Hollywood Studios. And this Skyliner right here is gonna take you to Art of Animation and Pop Century. And we're up to the final leg of the trip now. We are approaching Hollywood Studios.
Ladies, gentlemen, and members of the Academy, welcome to Disney's Hollywood Studios.
All right, so we are in the park now. And right over here is a little kiosk to grab a park map brochure. And right over here where it says Super Service is stroller rental and ECV rental. So let me take a look at the sign here. ECV rentals are $85 and you got to leave a $20 deposit. And if they're not, you can't transfer them from park to park, but if you go to another park, you could use them at all 4 parks. You see on the bottom, the rental receipts are honored for same day use at all 4 parks. Or you just have to leave yours here, get over to the next park, and then get another one if they have them available. That's one of the drawbacks to renting here at Disney. So it's another reason to maybe think about one of these outside companies or buying your own. And this is the ECV rental right here.
We have an additional 10 in the back.
All right, you see right there, those are the scooters that you rent here at the park. They're very beefy, very heavy duty. The battery will last a long time on those. Got a nice headrest, $85 for those. So keep in mind, you could probably get about the same price elsewhere. One of these outside rental companies. I won't mention any of the company's names, but if you do your research, there's plenty of them here in Orlando. Some of them even bring it right to your hotel. It's always good to, even if you're not buying anything, just pop into one of these gift shops. It's a really good way to cool off. They're usually ice cold in these places. It'll get your body temperature down just enough where you can cool off and continue on. until the next stop, and hopefully the next stop will be in the AC. So it's just one of those things to think about. Pop into these shops every now and then. Good way to help keep you cool. Don't even mention it to her. It's not gonna happen.
Creative gesture.
Yeah.
I'm looking for a job, but things
So back here behind Rock and Roller Coaster is Lightning McQueen's Racing Academy. And they got some show cars out here. And if you come back here, restrooms, there's a push button right there. And the doors open up. And it's just good to know that there is a companion restroom right back here. It's good to have this option. If you're in a wheelchair, ECV is big enough you can take everything right in there with you. So just make a note of that. Water fountains right here as well. It's good to know, make note of it back here by Lightning McQueen's, not a very busy bathroom at all. Also back here behind Tower of Terror, Lightning McQueen, is an outlet. There's a seat. And there's an outlet right there where if you need it in a pinch, you could plug in. It's mainly for that vending machine there, but if you needed to plug in your scooter in a pinch, you're out of the way. So just another thing to keep in mind. When you're using a scooter, there may come a time throughout the day where you're gonna need to plug in and recharge a little bit. Plug it in, half hour or so, give it a little zap of energy, be enough to finish your day. So just keep in mind, there's not a lot of those outlets anywhere, but I just wanted to point that out, that that's one back here, right next to Lightning McQueen. So back here by the Tower of Terror, there's a set of restrooms, and over here they also have a companion restroom as well. So it's good to know if you're on a wheelchair or stroller, ECV, just kind of take note. There's not very many of these, but you do find them, and there's another one. Just wanted to show you a little something quickly. Over here, Tower of Terror, certain areas of the park, especially here at Hollywood Studios for some reason, there are a lot of bumpy, like kind of cobblestone areas. Something like this might not look that bad, but when you're on a scooter or a wheelchair or something like that, just kind of keep in mind. It's going to bounce you all over the place. Make sure you don't have a drink or anything that's going to spill. I'll show you what it actually is to ride on this. Now we are back here in Galaxy's Edge, at the beginning of Galaxy's Edge anyway, which is basically Star Wars land, if you want to call it that. Like I mentioned, if you're using a mobility scooter in a place like this, be prepared, because this is probably the bumpiest part of the park. Those are R2-D2 tracks, and they made those tracks with the actual R2-D2 they used in the movie. And this is where the restrooms are. There's a companion restroom there, and there's one over there. So a little refreshment station back here, Galaxy's Edge. Just kind of make a note of that. If you need to fill up a water bottle or something like that, it's right there. Another thing to keep in mind too as you travel around Hollywood Studios, A lot of the other parks have little quick places where you can dip in and cool off a little bit, other than gift shops, you know, like PhilharMagic and Hall of Presidents. Any of the rides here always have a line. It's like 60 minutes or better wait. So if you need to duck in and cool off somewhere, it's going to be probably a gift shop or something like that, or a restaurant. And there's also lines for a lot of restaurants in here. So just be prepared for that when you come to Hollywood Studios. And you know, and you're moving around on a hot day. There's not a lot of places to cool off. So another surprising feature, another companion bathroom right here over in Toy Story Land. So that's as you exit Toy Story Land. There is a restroom right over here. That has a companion restroom as well. All right, so we're gonna wrap it up here from Hollywood Studios, and we're gonna head back over to Epcot and finish out the evening there. It's been fun over here at Hollywood Studios. Hopefully we gave you some insight to some of the things you can and can't do, and you can experience when you, or expect when you're gonna rent a mobility scooter and use a scooter here at the parks. Hopefully that helps you out. It'll make your trip a little bit better. We'll see you on the Skyliner on the way to Epcot.
Welcome aboard the Disney Skyliner. If you're just joining us, we are on our way to Epcot. Ladies and gentlemen, we invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the most magical flight on Earth. We are now traveling along Buena Vista Drive. This roadway and the city of Lake Buena Vista were established in 1969. Pack your passports. We are on our way to Epcot International Gateway. Ladies and gentlemen, in just a few moments, we will be taking a scenic spin around the Skyliner turn station. Please remain seated. This station was designed for turning only. Disney's Boardwalk Inn and Disney's Boardwalk Villa. From elegant dining and magical lounges to lively entertainment just off the shores of Crescent Lake, this charming seaside resort relives the golden era of Atlantic beach towns. We are now arriving at Epcot. To all who come to this place of joy, hope, and friendship,
From Hollywood Studios, we are now back at Epcot. So we're back up the Skyliner. So we are heading out right now. Spaceship Earth. We're both very, very tired. Got an early start today. We didn't really sleep that great last night. We're gonna head out before the fireworks. And the heat knocked us out, lack of sleep knocked us out, and we're gonna call it a night. So we will see you next time.